I usually check my emails in the morning and like my calendar. ¿Cómo estás? So sometimes I like to call my parents in the morning just to say hi. Okay, I love you, bye. I've grown up in Long Beach my entire life. I've lived in District 9, which is North Long Beach, so it's kind of on the cusp between, like, it's 5 minutes away from Compton and the rest is like Long Beach area, and it's a lot of like working class communities. Bye, Alicia.
Bye, Lindsay.
You hear all these stories of like roommates that do not get along, but we really got along. Like, we just hang out all the time. We didn't do the whole messaging and trying to find like a roommate. Instead, we just literally showed up on campus and like met each other then, and it just kind of, it was like a miracle. What's nice about this school is that everything's like a 10-minute walking distance. So I always leave like 20 minutes before class or 15 minutes because I like to be in the front and like ready for class. So I'm off to Race, Gender, and Public Policy with Jen Tilton. Today we're talking about the welfare system and how it affected women in Long Beach. So it's really exciting because it's like about my hometown. So it's interesting like seeing it from a different perspective. So Race, Gender, Public Policy is about certain public policies that exist in the United States. So we've focused on the welfare system and kind of the effects that race and gender have had on them. So we've learned about like various personal stories, and we've looked at statistics and how these certain aspects play a role. And I decided to take it because I wanted to learn more about the welfare system and specifically the like Medicaid program that exists and like what happens then. So ours was focused on like the inner city communities and like what that means to us and how it like played out in this chapter. The money they're using is more like allocated to like the economy of like the businesses and that sort of aspect. So I have a small break, and it just depends on like what's going on that day. So I helped out with the organization I'm a part of, so WRW, and we were tabling for an event. I usually stop by like the Commons and grab something to eat, or I go to like the cafe and like get a quick drink. And then I also like catch up on homework, or I study a little bit, or meet with professors. It just depends on my day, but it's really nice having that in-between break before my class. So we're getting lunch at the plaza right now. So it's different from the Commons. It has lesser options, but it's just like easier to grab and go. So I'm off to biology lab in HEDCO. I'm not sure what we're going to be covering today, but it's exciting, it's lab. My goal right now is to, when I graduate, to go into medical school or to go into some sort of public health program and graduate from there. So I'm able to major in political science with the emphasis in healthcare, which allows me to like apply to grad schools afterwards. And then I'm still fulfilling pre-med requirements that are required by med schools to like apply to their schools. So it just allows me to study both of my passions, like science, and then also like the government and like the job that they're doing and the decisions that they make. I'm a mentor, and basically what I do, we support first-gen students and navigate through the first semester of college, and you get assigned 2 mentees, what we call them, and then that creates the STEP family, so everyone's like related somehow. You meet people that have been in the same like position as you and have grown up the same way as you, and like you could relate to those experiences, and it's really something like that I really hold close to my heart being a first-gen student, and I'm proud of it. Like I say it every time because it sets you apart, and it just shows that you're just as hardworking as anyone else and you're trying to succeed just as anyone else, but it adds that little more of like you're really dedicated and you really care about your like roots and background. So my classes are done and my day is practically done. One last thing, I have to meet with my mentees, which are students taking the first gen STEP class, and I'm their mentor, so I get to meet with them on a weekly basis. So thanks for following me around today and joining me on my day.